Possum Lake Daily Movement. They got a contest going on. They're looking to name a Man of the Year from the Possum Lake area. Nominations are open now, and the winning contestant gets a brand new fishing boat, and I'm thinking maybe yours truly might actually have a shot at this one.
Hey, Mr. Green, did you see this Man of the Year contest?
Yeah, I already got a paper, Mike. You didn't have to buy one.
Oh, that's okay. I get them for free.
How do you do that?
I don't remember. But I've been thinking about this contest. I think the Lodge should nominate somebody.
Yeah, well, okay, I know where you're going, but yeah, you really think I have a chance?
No, I'm trying to be serious here, Mr. Green.
I thought I'd had a pretty good year.
Well, compared to the other Lodge members, maybe. Yeah. But the real world has a whole other sense of scale, you know? Oh. I mean, this contest is open to the whole community. Policemen, doctors, firemen, bail bondsmen. You know, as a group, we're sucking canal water.
All right, well, what's your big idea?
Well, I made up a guy.
Huh?
I named him after the tire fire. I call him Bernie Goodyear. I made him a retired general, says he does volunteer work, right? And he donates to an orphanage. Wow. And I also gave him the Order of Canada.
No. There's another R, and you've got the Odor of Canada.
Okay, I'll change that. But I need you to sign this as a nominator, because, like, if I sign it, they'll think it's a scam, right? That's discrimination.
Yeah. I don't know, Mike. That's kind of crooked. Maybe Dalton will sign it, huh?
Ah, come on, Mr. Green. Be a sport. I mean, nobody at the Lodge here is good enough to be Man of the Year, but Bernie Goodyear can set an example for us all to follow. Plus, here's a good bet. If he wins, he's instructed the judges to give the fishing boat to the Possum Lodge.
Oh, man. This Bernie sounds like a great guy.
Once again, it's that time of the show where we expose those three little words that men find so difficult to say. I don't know. And here to prove that point just one more time is my Uncle Red and, of course, Mr. Dougie Franklin. Well, this will be interesting. We have a letter from Texas this week. United States. Oh, excellent. Okay. Dear experts, last year, the missus and I vacationed in England. It was a real cute little country. But even though they spoke kind of like Americans, the place was like a real foreign country or something. When I ordered a bag of chips, I got fries. Everyone drove on the wrong side of the road, and their money looked real weird. This year, we're going to come up to Canada and visit you people. Is it weird there, too? I think by weird, he means different.
Well, that makes you different, then, doesn't it? Well, you know, I don't think there's any difference between Canadians and Americans. Dougie, you're an American. Wouldn't you say we're about the same?
No, sure I wouldn't. You Canadians are weird.
How's that?
Well, I mean, you know, up here, a 240Z is a 240Z. What is a Z? I mean, you know, it sounds like something off Hee-Haw. Looky up on the porch. It's Uncle Zed.
What's in a name, Dougie? Doesn't matter Z or Z, because the same car goes just as fast and gets the same gas mileage up here.
Oh, sure it doesn't. You go 100 kilometers an hour. You get maybe, what do you say, 10 kilometers to the liter. Now, I don't know whether that's good or bad. I don't know whether anybody who was born here knows either.
Okay, all righty, but, you know, we're really going the same speeds, and, you know, we drive on the same side of the highway as Americans.
No, sir, you don't. Oh, you Canadians, you all drive in the passing lane. Now, in the United States of America, we got your driving lane, we got your passing lane. Up here, you just got, like, lanes. It's like bowling. Just go anywhere that, you know, happens to be open, and there you are. You try that in the U.S. of A., you come face to face with the cops.
Well, you'd have the same problem up here, Doug.
Absolutely not. No, sir, you wouldn't. You'd get pulled over by your Mounties. And, of course, you know, look at the way those fellers are dressed. They're like security guards. Now, back home, we got state troopers. They're gussied up with gold braid. They got your big guns, 10-gallon hats. You ever been pulled over by a Mountie wearing a 40-liter hat? Telling you, you Canadians are different than us Americans. Cat's out of the bag.
Well, perhaps it's just because we're more tolerant and we're less likely to judge foreigners and we're like a little less closed-minded about different cultures.
No, sir. No, sir, you're just, that's one thing actually we have in common. You're just as narrow-minded as we are, only we're upfront about it, you know. When you talk to an American like this, he's just gonna be just as ticked off as you are, but he'll let you know instead of hiding behind, you know, some kind of constipated smile, making like none of this is bugging him.
Well, thanks so much for dropping by, Doug.
Great having you here.
Yep. Very informative. Excellent.
Yes. Weird.
Here's a handyman hint. You have all different kinds of screw heads. You know, you got the slot head, you've got the star-shaped or Phillips screw head, you have the square hole, or as we call it in Canada, the Robertson screw head. You even have some of these machine screws that take an Allen key head on them. But for all these different screw heads, I recommend the flathead. Remember, any tool can be the right tool. It's mail call.
Ow. All right, here's our letter this week, and it's from Larry in Michigan. And Larry writes, "Dear Red, does everyone in Canada speak French?"
Well, yeah, a little, you know, or as the French would say, un peu. And we all try to speak a little French like that, you know, try to keep the country together. So far, it's not going all that well, actually. I wonder why. We set est un gros dommage, un et un mysterio pour moi. N'est-ce que Pasca? Appreciate it. Kind of an odd problem up at the lodge this week. The water in Possum Lake is real high and getting higher. It's going up about a foot a day. Mind you, the lodge never looked better with so much of our crap underwater. You know?
Hey, Mr. Green, we found out what's making the lake rise.
There's a big animal infestation problem, Red.
How can animal infestation make the lake go up unless they all have serious bladder problems?
No, they built a big dam across the end of the lake.
That's right. Darn squirrels.
It's beavers.
No, the beavers have the long, narrow tails and the fangs and the big hump on the back. At least they do up at the nuclear plant.
You wouldn't know a beaver if it bit your butt.
I did so.
It's beavers, Mr. Green. They built this big dam so the water can't get out.
Well, then, surely you can just go down there and take the dam apart, can't you?
Well, I suppose I could if I lost my mind, Red. Those are very dangerous animals.
Come on. They don't actually bite, do they?
Oh, they gnaw. All the pain of biting, but very, very slow.
Well, something's got to be done, that's for sure.
Well, while they're out gathering their trees and their branches during the day, we could break in and take the dam apart without them bothering us.
Well, they might not be in there, Mike, but they hang around. They lurk with their big teeth. Just lurking and waiting for you to make one slip. Then they jump on you and gnaw your face off. But slowly, very slowly.
Come on, Ed. This is Canada's national emblem you're talking about,
Yeah, Canadians are very proud of the beaver.
Yeah.
Not that proud, it's only on the nickel.
You know what? I'm guessing that any animal we've chosen to represent Canada will let us just walk in there and take its home, as long as we call it free trade.
Okay, this is for the big one. It's for a water balloon launcher and 40 air sick bags. Uncle Red, you have 30 seconds to get Mr. Dougie Franklin to say this word. Canada. Canada. And golf.
All right, Dougie,
Yes, sir.
a country.
The United States of America.
Okay. This is America's largest trading partner.
The Dallas Cowboys.
No, Dougie, I'm talking about the second biggest country in the world.
Oh, it's got to be Texas.
No. Think country, okay?
All right,
This is a
I'm
country
thinking.
directly north of America.
Alaska.
All right, the longest undefended border in the world is between the USA and...
France, I believe. Come on, sir.
Dougie, I was born in this place. Hey.
Home for unwed mothers.
I'm talking about where we are right now. Where are we? Right here. Where are we?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ontario.
No.
Manitoulin.
No.
Nova something.
No, those are provinces.
Oh, what's the difference?
We're out of time. Sorry. Bing dong.
Way to go, Doug.
Oh, that's still a country?
This week on Handyman Corner, going to make a little project here. It's going to make it real popular with the kids, and that's for sure. We're going to build our very own air hockey game. Yeah, you got two basic principles on that. You got holes, and you got wind going through them. We've all been there, haven't we? All right, the first thing you need for this is a couple of dryers. You can pick these up at a garage sale, or if you stay up late at night, you can hoist a couple out of a laundromat. But by golly, now, I wouldn't advise that. Sure, the dryers are free, but the quarters to keep them running will eventually break you. All right, now what you got to do with these units is you got to plug up the exhaust on them so that the air will go where you want it to go. And the vent is in the back here. I would suggest that you plug her up with, say, a ball or even a small houseplant. Actually, these units already have a fair amount of lint built up in there. That'll do the job for us. Somebody must have dried a cat in there. All right, now you want to push these dryers together and then keep them together using the Handyman secret weapon, duct tape. There's always one in there. So that's where they go. Of course, now hockey is a real physical game, you know, with the slap shots and the cross-checking and, of course, the inevitable fistfights. So make sure you really horse these babies down. Okay, now remember that we plugged up all the exhaust vents on these. So now we got to punch some holes in the top for so the air will blow up. Not blow up, boom, blow up. This could take a little longer than I thought. There we go. Boy, you know, that's a little rougher than what I know what you do now, of course, is you add another layer on that. Okay, our new surface now is going to be a pegboard. Probably find a hunk of this hanging over your workbench. I've used it all that much anyhow. Actually, you know, I dated a girl named Pegboard. She ended up marrying a real tool. All right, when you put the pegboard on there, make sure you got the smooth side up. This is what they call good one side. Come to think of it, so was the girl I dated. All right, we got her all set here. I got a jar lid, that's going to be my puck. And I got a couple of cereal bowls to hit it with. So we're all ready to go. And the beauty of using a dryer, of course, is you got the timer on here, so you got your official game time. You even get a buzzer, it goes off when the game's over. And you know you can be any team that you want. Heck, if you want to be a European team, just set her on delicate. So remember, women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's hockey night in Canada. Wow, my first breakaway. Appreciate it. Take a look at this baby, huh? Huh? You ever see a bit that long? I can drill holes in the wall without even getting out of my recliner. Man, I love tools.
Hi, Uncle Red.
Well, not all tools.
We got a problem.
Huh?
Yeah, we got a problem.
Huh.
We got a problem. Because I was out measuring, you know, with my spirit level,
Yeah.
and I realize now that the lodge is at a plumb.
Indoor plum or outdoor plum?
Both. Yeah. The whole lodge leans a little to the left.
Harold, this is Canada. Everything leans a little to the left.
Yeah, okay, but I think, you know, we got to do something, though, before it turns into a serious problem.
Oh, Harold, you know, stop looking for things to worry about, eh?
What? You always just think if you ignore problems, they'll go away.
Well, it hasn't worked so far, has it?
Uncle Red, we are not level.
Well, that's because of the way you're holding the thing. If you lie down on the floor, it'll be perfect.
Oh, really?
Sure, you just try it. It'll be fine. Look, you look. See? Look. Oh. We're cleaning up some leaves out behind the lodge, just kind of filling in on a Saturday there. And the thing with leaves is you got to pick your spot. And Dalton was over in my area, so I pushed him away a bit, and then he decided to move into Winston's area. And Winston thought instead of raking them off the lawn, he'd skip the middleman and go right into the tree for the leaves. And he hooked onto an old beehive there. Down she comes, and we hear a buzz, but I'm thinking that buzz is not coming from the bee. That beehive is dead. There's a buzz coming from somewhere else. And then we realize what it is. It's Walter with one of those gas-powered leaf blower things, and he goes over to the hive and nails it and flies through the air right in. Well, now we get an idea, see? Something like Vroom Ball, except called Vroom Ball. Get the gas-powered leaf blowers going. We got a goal at each end, and Walter and Dalton are on the one team, and Winston and I are on the other team. So it's Vroom Ball night in Canada, and drop the hive, and away we go. And Walter, a little questionable play there. He takes off, and he's heading for the goal. But Winston's there, defense. Hey, illegal, that's high sticking. Come on. And down he goes, and then Dalton and I are taking it out. What I noticed, I had the deluxe unit, which had not only a blow setting on it, but it also had the suck setting. So this is great for deep. I turn her on full and adjust, and dig her back, and then now I switch her over to blow and fire away off Winston's head. We got a goal. hey, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 minutes. Oh boy. Oh, you old blowhard.